The Ugly Duckling. Once upon a time, in a quiet little village, there was a farm surrounded by golden fields and tall, whispering trees. By a small pond at the edge of the farm, a mother duck sat patiently on her nest, waiting for her eggs to hatch. One bright morning, the eggs began to crack. Tap, tap, tap. One by one, out came tiny, fluffy ducklings with soft yellow feathers. They quacked happily and wobbled around their mother. But one egg, the largest of all, had not yet hatched. The mother duck waited, and finally, crack! Out came another duckling. But this one was different. He was bigger, clumsier, and his feathers were gray instead of yellow. "Oh my," the mother duck gasped. "He doesn't look like the others." The other ducklings stared at their new brother. "You're not like us," they quacked. "You're so ugly." The poor duckling looked down sadly. He didn't understand why he was so different. His mother tried to comfort him. "He may look a bit odd now, but I'm sure he'll grow up just fine." Days passed and the little duckling tried to fit in. But wherever he went, the other animals teased him. The hens clucked, "Stay away, ugly one." The pigs laughed when he slipped in the mud. Even the farmers' children pointed and giggled. The duckling couldn't take it anymore. One morning, with tears in his eyes, he ran away. He waddled through fields and forests, across meadows and rivers, until he reached a quiet lake deep in the woods. He looked at his reflection in the water. "Why am I so ugly?" he whispered. "Why can't I be beautiful like the others?" Winter came, cold and cruel. Snow covered the ground, and the lake turned to ice. The poor duckling had nowhere to go. He shivered from the cold and hid among the reeds, lonely and hungry. Many nights he cried himself to sleep, wishing he could be someone else. When spring finally arrived, the sun melted the ice, and flowers bloomed again. The duckling, now grown, stretched his wings. They felt stronger than before. He flapped them a few times, and to his surprise, he lifted off the ground. He could fly. He soared over the lake, feeling free for the first time in his life. As he glided over the sparkling water, he saw a group of magnificent white birds swimming gracefully below. Their long necks and shining feathers glowed in the sunlight. "They are the most beautiful creatures I've ever seen," he whispered. "If only I could be like them." He landed quietly near the water, afraid they would laugh at him too. But the swans turned toward him and smiled. "Why are you hiding, friend?" one of them asked kindly. The duckling looked down at his reflection and gasped. The image staring back at him wasn't an ugly gray duck anymore. It was a beautiful white swan, just like the others. He was speechless. All this time he had been a swan, he just didn't know it yet. The other swans welcomed him with open wings. "Come with us," they said. "You belong here." The young swan lifted his wings and joined them, gliding across the water with grace and joy. For the first time in his life, he felt proud and happy. Children from the nearby village saw the swans and admired their beauty. "Look at that new one," they said. "He's the most beautiful of all." The once ugly duckling smiled. He no longer needed anyone's approval. He had found who he truly was. Moral of the story: never judge yourself by what others say. True beauty shines from within, and when the time is right, the world will see it too.